A ton of people want to play Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, but maybe they feel a little overwhelmed by the general gameplay design of SNK fighting games and how mechanically dense they can be. So in this video, I want to showcase a character and explain to you why maybe you should pick him up, because you're gonna have a ton of fun and also have a lighter time while you learn the fundamentals of this game. And that character is Terry Bogard. I really think that Terry is one of the best characters for you to pick up if you're a beginner and you want to learn the game, or maybe you're an advanced player that is having a rough time with the game because you come from a different franchise of fighting games. So buckle up, because I'm going to show you a ton of gameplay and explain to you with that gameplay why you should maybe pick up Terry to have an easier time learning Fatal Fury. So the first reason why you should pick up Terry to learn this game and have an easier time is because Terry has a very easy and simplistic game plan. You don't need to think that much when you're playing Terry, because you're always basically mixing two main options on neutral, which is neutral skipping and also controlling the screen with fireballs. You know, Terry kind of works like a Shoto, but his main sort of powerful resource or why he's a good character is neutral skipping, just like you saw on the screen. So you don't need to basically destroy your brain to play neutral with Terry. You just choose, okay, am I going to control the screen with fireballs? Am I going to neutral skip because this guy is going to jump? Or maybe try to press in the air and I can get a good counter hit, or maybe I can do Varn Knuckle because he's gonna press a big button to try and check me on neutral. So you can kind of like just think on that binary way between neutral skipping and fireballs and have an easier time playing neutral. And of course, when you start feeling more comfortable with the character, you can start mixing things up and use, you know, DPs, use short hops, super jumps, you know, rep blow, and all the general mechanics. And the reason why it is such a good idea to play Terry to learn the game is because since his game plan is so simplistic, you can basically actually focus on the mechanically dense stuff that is present on the game. Because this game is very dense and has a ton of deepness to it on defense and offense. So it is better for you to pick up a character that is simple, but that can actually teach you the fundamentals instead of playing something too overwhelming that is not going to actually let you worry about the game, because you're always going to be worried about your character. So that's one reason why you should pick up Terry. Another reason why it is a good idea to pick up Terry is because since he is a simplistic character and you can actually worry about the system mechanics, you can actually have a ton of reward thanks to them, because Terry makes a really good use of the general mechanically dense options that are universally present in this game. He has a very good rep blow, just like you saw on the screen, both on the air and the floor. He has a ton of plus frames options with special moves and EX moves. He has a very good SPG super because it works as an anti-air. You know, he has a very good counter hit special moves, which is something very unique to this game. And with Terry, you can get a full damage combo out of a special move counter hit that you use to basically skip neutral full screen. So Terry is actually just a really good character to get a ton of reward because you use the mechanically dense options well. So it is a good idea to play him not only because he's simple and you can worry about those mechanics, but also because if you use those mechanics well, you're gonna get a ton of reward because the character just used them very well. He's a very good character even though he's simple. So if you actually want to get good reward every time that you take a good decision, get that big hit, get that counter hit, get that rep blow going, then play Terry. You're going to be on a very simple game plan and use those mechanics well, and when you do that, you're gonna get a big reward. Then the third reason why you should probably pick up Terry to learn the game is because I see a ton of people online complaining that this game feels slow, which to me is not real. But I can see why some people would feel that it is slow. The walking animation in this game is atrocious, it's very slow. But Terry basically moves forward all the time and he has insane movement. Like one, he has a run, not a dash. So he's basically more fast than most of the cast or roster in the game because he runs. Two, almost every special move that he does moves him forward. When you use Varn Knuckle, when you use Crack Shoot, you're moving forward close to your opponent. So Terry is going to give you a much easier time when it comes to picking up the game and not feeling like it is very slow. You're gonna feel the fast pace that is basically on the roots of the gameplay design of this game, which you need to understand if you want to play this game well. So I think that it is a great idea to pick up Terry and learn the game on a more easy path only because he moves so much. He makes dealing with the screen in general easier, and the fact that he has a run, again, instead of a dash, is such a good thing for beginners because you can just press, forward and run like crazy and have a fun time, and you don't need to dash, 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 or maybe dash, jump, dash, jump. You can just run and go to your opponent and get one big jump, or maybe run and then do a neutral skip and be right at the face of your opponent, maybe on 0 frames or even plus frames. So you need to play Terry if you're feeling like the game is slow, because his movement is insane. And then my last reason as to why you should pick up Terry is because he's just fun. And I see a ton of people that try to pick up fighting games or a new fighting game when they come from a different one that they feel comfortable with, and they just don't have fun because they go ahead and pick up a character that they don't understand, that is too mechanically dense, that has too many special moves, and with Terry that is not gonna happen. He is very simple, only has a few special moves, and he's insanely fun to play. Like, you're just jumping all over the screen, doing tons of damage, and basically dominating your opponent if they don't know what to do. So like, Terry is a very fun character to pick up that is not going to frustrate you while you learn the game, and when you get that reward, it's going to be amazing and it's gonna feel well. So I actually think that one of the main reasons why beginners or maybe players that come from different franchises or don't know how to play SNK fighting games don't have fun with a game like Fatal Fury is because they pick up a character that maybe they shouldn't. And I know that everyone should pick up a character that they like, even if it's hard to play, but sometimes to the detriment of players basically that are new or come from a different franchise, they actually have the worst time of their life with a fighting game because they pick up a character that is too hard. So I truly believe that if you want to have fun and learn how to play this game on the most easy path possible, you should probably pick up Terry because you're gonna have a very fun time and get good at the game fast. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and I hope that you pick up Terry. I'm gonna try to make a guide for him as soon as I can. I also already released a guide for Gato if you want to check out a more mechanically dense character with more special moves and maybe a more intricate game plan that is a little harder to execute. And also I have a general guide for the game and many other stuff, so go ahead and check out the channel if you think that that would be useful for you. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and see you on the next one.
Rock you! Crack you!